thought that was a heck of a game for mid-November. Reminded me of going on the road in the Big East. Probably similar to going on the road in the Big Ten. Maryland's got a good team. They're going to win a lot of games this year. Derek Queen is an absolute load. If the game was 5 minutes longer, might have had 40. Gillespie was tough to handle all night long. I thought Stevie had some good possessions on him, but when he got on any of our other guys, and any of our other guys got on him, it was trouble. And then even once he got super aggressive down the stretch, it was tough to handle him. Foul trouble was an issue for us. I thought our guys hung in there through that, but I just appreciate our guys' togetherness, grit, and character to hang in there when in the first half the ball wouldn't go in for us. We were getting good shots. We were missing a lot of layups, a lot of open shots, but they hung in there. I like the clarity in their eyes at halftime, and it's a good program win. Obviously, we got a lot of getting better to do.
Hey, Coach. A lot of times a game like this ends up being a neutral site game, but this one was actually on a home floor. How much does that benefit you, especially with some of the venues that you visit in the Big East?
No question. This is the type of atmosphere that we'll see at some of the best programs in the Big East when we go on the road. We truly value our fans. So the difference between playing this game on a neutral court and playing this game at Maryland is, next year Maryland will come to us, so our fans can enjoy that type of game. So we want to play as many home-and-home opportunities as we can against big-time opponents like this.
And just speak about with Cam, there was just at times where he just made an off-schedule, off-scripted type of plays. What's it like to have a player like that?
He's terrific. To me, he's as good as anybody, but I'm also very, very hard on him. And I think he can play much better, but he was awesome. He went and made so many plays. The way Maryland was defending, was different than what we typically see. They pretty much switched everything, including with Queen and Reese, and that meant that there was going to be some different matchups out there, and we felt like we could get in the paint a lot. With that being the case, Cam made really good decisions. For the most part, finished really well.
Cam did his thing, but how gratifying for you was it that guys like Stevie and Chase had clutch plays down the stretch?
Yeah, Stevie was awesome, man. He's just such a warrior. He's out there battling. We depend on him to do so much on defense, but he does such a great job of attacking on offense when the defense dictates that. So the defense gets on the side of him, he attacks, he gets in the paint. He's poised. He's one of the best guard finishers in the country. And then the free throws down the stretch were critical because Cam missed his two. And obviously we had some plays that we'd love to have back. 5-second count, turnover. I thought we had good poise for most of the game. And then down the stretch, made some uncharacteristic mistakes.
With BG's foul trouble, you had to rely on the freshman big guys, Caden and Royce. What would you say out of those?
They gave us good contributions. I thought for those two guys, you're playing your fourth college basketball game, and you're playing at the University of Maryland with this crowd. I thought they really had good poise and hung in there. Caden rebounded the ball well on the offensive end, which we needed every one of those. I thought Royce was terrific. Royce is one of our best scorers, and he showed it tonight.
What's the biggest thing that a tense road win, what can that do for a team?
Well, there's nothing like winning on the road. Going into someone else's venue, you're outnumbered by thousands of people. You got Scott Van Pelt, Gary Williams out there before the game, firing up the crowd, and so you know what you're up against in terms of the crowd, and you know that anytime you make a run, they're going to match it. I thought the critical point in the game was we called timeout after they went. I think maybe 7-0 run, and our guys did a really good job down the stretch, being surgical on offense, getting what we wanted, and then getting some critical stops. This is it's a program building win for us. Our way is to build our young guys and get them tougher and sturdier and more confident. And so wins like tonight are huge for that, because really other than maybe 2, 3, 4 guys on our team, everyone is in that boat where it's like we got to build their toughness, we got to build their sturdiness, we got to build their confidence. And so being able to come in and contribute, which all of our guys did tonight, allows them to do that.
Coach, what is it like having to tell your team to settle down and finding that confidence and shooting that 3-ball in the second half?
Yeah, I thought we were getting good shots in the first half, both in the paint and from 3. We have good shooters. We've got 5 guys on the court most of the time that are a threat to make threes. The three-point shot's also very volatile, so it's very, very, reasonable that you might miss 5 or 6 in a row, but then you could go make 4 out of the next 6. So you just got to hang in there. I thought our guys, they never wilted from the standpoint of their belief. And, when you got 30 points at halftime, it's easy to drop your head and mope a little bit, but you can't do that if you want to win on the road. So to come back and score 48 in the second half is a testament to our guys' intestinal fortitude.
Just with Demarius getting his first playing time, as a coach, were you nervous about throwing him out there like in a road game?
No, even easy. Had more upside than anyone on the team. So not nervous, but as a freshman, this is a heck of a place to make your debut. I thought he was terrific on offense, not so good on defense, which is typical for freshmen. And the good news is he's only going to get better and better. But it was so good to have him out there. And the thing is, when you have him on the floor, he's a factor. He gets involved in plays because of his size and his length.
That's it. Thanks.